All right. Looking for Sam's toy. What is that? Oh. What on earth? Don't eat it.
Orange.
Orange.
You asked what I remember before ghostifying. I remember I had to tell you something, then orange.
Like angry orange? Garfield orange?
I don't know, just orange.
That's so strange. Oh, hey, we have company.
Did you find another book? Not having hands sucks.
I did indeed, and it is a great story. I present Dracula.
This does not seem like a happy story.
I think it starts pretty fun. It starts off with Jonathan Harker. He's traveling to a mysterious court in Transylvania, and it's all presented in journal form.
Boring.
Okay, but imagine him like this. Jonathan Harker is a modern-day foodie. He's the guy taking pictures of every meal and posting it on Instagram. His blog is full of recipes that are inevitably precluded by his many travel notes. I'm serious. He keeps talking about what he ate, writing reminders to get the recipe for his fiancée. He does note that all the people around him keep acting weird, like making the sign of the cross, handing him rosaries, giving him pitying looks, pretending not to speak English when he tells them where he's going.
And he notices nothing.
I mean, he notices, but that pepper chicken. The man just discovered paprika, and he's in love.
That is completely understandable.
Now, on the last leg of his trip to the castle, he starts getting really uncomfortable. He's in a carriage traveling with a man whose face he cannot see, and the guy keeps stopping to check on will-o'-the-wisps and can apparently control wolves. And, well, he finally gets to the castle and meets the Count.
Woo! Vampires!
Well, what he finds is an odd old guy who's trying very hard to appear normal. The Count had hired Jonathan's boss to buy him a house in England. He's got all sorts of books about England. He learned the language really well. He only meets Jonathan at night, though, and he's allowed to wander the castle during the day, and that's how Jonathan is almost killed by 3 mysterious women that appear out of dust.
I thought he was trying to appear normal.
He's trying, except for crawling headfirst down out of a window in the middle of the night. And then, of course, there's a whole business of you must write letters so everything looks normal. And then dated the letters to make it seem like they were sent at various points in his journey home. And then there are the large wooden boxes in the basement in the chapel. Oh, and then, of course, locking Jonathan in his room when the Count leaves for good with the promise that some workman will let him out later.
None of that is normal.
No. And, of course, right after that, the perspective immediately changes to Jonathan's fiancée, Mina.
Wait, is he dead?
So, Mina...
I hate you.
Mina is riding with her friend Lucy. Mina misses Jonathan so, and eventually goes to visit Lucy. Now, we do need to pause here and introduce some new characters. Let me grab some props to help. Oh, hey Sam. Okay, so let's say this is Mina, and this is Lucy. Now, Lucy has 3 guys who propose to her. Dr. Seward, Quincy, and Arthur. Now, Lucy only likes Arthur.
Is he a king?
He's a lord. He's not a King Arthur or anything. He's just a nice guy with a sick dad.
Poor guy?
Oh, he will be. So, Mina is really worried. Firstly, about Jonathan, who stopped writing. But weird things have been happening. First, a storm blows in the ship. The captain's log, conveniently pasted in Mina's journal, tells the story of their journey. Sailors disappearing without a trace, the first mate acting very strangely. A perpetual storm follows them on their voyage. Eventually, only the first mate and the captain are left. And the mate, who seems to have figured out what's going on, jumps overboard. The captain is dead before the ship lands, and so the cargo, which was a bunch of large boxes filled with dirt, is kept safe until the owner comes to claim them.
Who cares?
The mate seemed to have thought that some monster was picking off the crew. The captain thought the mate went crazy, and that's why he jumped overboard. And then there was a dog, maybe a dog, possibly a wolf. Reports are varied, but it survived the trip and ran off, and no one knows quite what happened to it.
I mean, I would run off too if there was a monster eating people.
Next, Mina's friend Lucy begins acting weird. Lucy starts sleepwalking and seems to be getting sick or something. Usually, Mina is able to wake her friend up, but one night, Lucy was able to get out of the house and made it all the way to the cemetery before Mina could get to her.
Don't you hang out in cemeteries sometimes?
Yes, but only during the day, and I'm not found half conscious with 2 little holes in my neck.
Fair point.
Now, Mina is called away shortly after that. Turns out Jonathan is alive, deathly ill in a convent, and definitely traumatized for life. So Mina goes to him, and they get married, and then once Jonathan has recovered, they go back to England. Lucy, on the other hand, has a really bad time. Her mother has been diagnosed with some heart condition, giving her only months to live. Lucy seems healthy, but is growing constantly weaker. Dr. Seward, who loves her, ends up calling for help, and Dr. Van Helsing visits. He does a few blood transfusions for Lucy and then starts putting up garlic everywhere.
Hang on. I know what you're doing. This is...
Where's the hide? Dr. Jekyll, at your service.
My husband was Jonathan Harker.
I knew it! This is a series. But based on a movie? I'm confused, yet happy.
I thought you liked that movie.
Don't change the subject. I really do like that movie, though.
Unfortunately, getting back to our story, in one single night, Lucy and her mother pass away. Everyone who knows Lucy was heartbroken, and none more so than the 3 guys, not that one, the 3 guys who had proposed to her. Very soon, some strange rumors start circulating. A strange, beautiful woman is attacking children. The kids all recover, but are found to have 2 small puncture wounds in their necks.
Vampires! Grab the stakes, everyone!
You say that because you've heard this before, but these fellows don't believe in vampires. They live in the same world you and I do right now. No one believes. The only believer is Dr. Van Helsing, and he's wise enough to not go grab the stakes. Instead, he tracks down the Harkers and gets Jonathan's account. This allows him to figure out that Dracula is the start of all of this.
So instead of fighting Buffy the Vampire Slayer style, he does the research supernatural style?
Without the lying about his identity, yes. Dr. Van Helsing and Dr. Seward.
Why do you call him by his doctor name and not his first name like everyone else?
Because his first name is John. Like Jonathan. Dr. Seward.
Ah. Carry on.
So Van Helsing and Dr. Seward travel to the graveyard that night and see the beautiful woman. She is none other than Lucy. Dr. Van Helsing explains that since she died under Dracula's control, she is now undead. He doesn't use the word vampire until much later on. And the two men persuade Quincy and Arthur that she is undead. And, well, it kind of turns into the guys putting their fingers in their ears and going, la, 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 la.
Still not listening. I guess that's fair.
They trap the undead Lucy in the crypt and make her full dead.
Wait, how do they trap her?
So Van Helsing uses bread from communion. Apparently he got special permission from the priest to use it.
And that worked?
Well, vampires are the opposite of holy. So holy sacraments have power over them. Van Helsing stuffed the door cracks with bread, and Lucy wasn't able to dissolve into dust to get through. And so she was trapped. Well, anyway, after they take care of Lucy, Van Helsing brings Dracula himself to their attention. As I'm sure you've figured out, but I'm going to say anyway, he was on that mysterious ship, and he made it to England. Through various solicitors, he had purchased houses and brought the boxes of dirt to them to give himself a safe place to hide. So our crew, I do not have enough hands for this. Our crew begins hunting him down.
Yes! Grab the stakes!
Not yet. See, Dracula can turn to dust, turn into a bat, a wolf, control the weather. You go after him unprepared with a stake and he can vanish completely. Instead, the guys go sleuthing and find all the houses to make sure the boxes cannot be a refuge.
And Mina?
Well, Mina does start off working with the guys. But after a while, she begins to show some of the same symptoms that Lucy did.
I thought vampires could only enter homes they were invited into.
You're right. Someone accidentally invited him to Lucy's home, and for our group, well, they've been staying with Dr. Seward, who is a psychologist, with crazy people in the house. A madman had invited Dracula in, and that's how Dracula got to Mina. Well, the fellas, they're all worried about her now. And once they've destroyed all but one of the boxes, they're feeling better. They feel like, she might be safe again.
You said all but one. What happened to the last one?
Well, the last one wasn't in any of the houses that Dracula had bought. And in that moment, they couldn't find it. And they thought for a minute they had lost. But Mina slowly turning into a vampire. And Jonathan is hit with the fear that he may have to.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. But Mina is clever. She manages to work out that Dracula is running away. He's running back home.
Coward. Grab the stakes!
Yes, grab the stakes, but we are taking them with us to Romania.
Yes!
And actually, it was Winchesters they packed. See, Quincy, a Texan, who had led hunting parties with the other guys, made sure that they brought the good weapons. They made a guess as to where Dracula's ship would land and hurried there to wait. Mina figured out that if Dr. Van Helsing hypnotized her at sundown or sunup, she would be able to sense what Dracula senses. They're able to track him for a while that way and make sure he's still in the ship with her reports of, "It's dark, I hear waves."
That sounds way too easy.
Too easy.
Too easy.
Dracula arrives at a different port. His box is picked up by a smaller boat to be taken upriver to the castle. Our crew splits up. Quincy and Dr. Seward take horses along the riverside. Arthur and Jonathan take a launch and go up the river, following the boat. Both groups really are trying to catch up with the boat in order to end the vampire. Meanwhile, Van Helsing and Mina take a carriage straight to the castle.
Why?
So you remember those 3 women from the beginning, the ones who tried to off Jonathan? The goal in the end is to be rid of not just Dracula, but all the vampires.
But Mina is turning into one.
Well,
What about her?
she's not one yet. And if they can kill Dracula in time, she won't become one. It's a very close race. Arthur and Jonathan's launch wrecks, and they end up getting horses to travel on. Meanwhile, Mina and Van Helsing reach the castle. Mina is asleep. Turning into a vampire is very exhausting, and she's having multiple other issues as well. But Van Helsing takes care of the 3 vampire women. Then they camp out on the hillside, weapons at the ready, and watch as a group of men hurry to the castle with the box. They must get Dracula there before nightfall. Closer they come, and our heroes on horseback finally catch up. The strangers, though, they put up a fight, and a battle is fought both with gun and knife. And Jonathan has the honor of ending Dracula forever.
The stakes win! Stakes all around!
There's only one thing, though.
Dracula teleport isn't actually dead.
Oh no, he's dead. Literally ashes. And Mina is fine. She stops becoming a vampire, but Quincy died. The Texan will not be able to provide steaks for the celebration dinner.
That sucks.
And so ends a great book. Honestly, I wish I hadn't known about the vampires when I started reading it. Can you imagine the lead up and the suspense, putting together the clues? The word vampire itself isn't even said until, I don't know, halfway through? I think if anyone did a modern adaptation, it'd have to be a TV show, really, with a really nice, slow lead up.
I probably wouldn't watch it, but it would definitely be better than Hotel Transylvania.
Honestly, yes. I am so confused at we got from Dracula to Hotel Transylvania.
Yeah. Hey, you do know that elephant isn't me, right?
Yes. It just gives me a focal point. See you next time.